Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mangs. Aw, yeah. It's time to play some more Hearthstone Constructed. Canned Pepsi Max. Is there anything more wonderful in this world? Aside from boobs. I don't know. Anyway. Today, I'm showing you my so-called Loladin deck. Now again, before I start, I would just like to say that I am by no means a good Hearthstone player, and the decks that I create are more for fun than anything else. I do like to think that they produce fun and interesting games, but by no means should you expect to win the ladder with these kinds of decks. So what is the Loladin deck? Well, it's generally a paladin deck that tries to be as annoying as possible towards your opponents. What's unique about this deck is that it utilizes only paladin class cards, and I actually found that I could create a very decent deck using no neutral cards at all. So this deck revolves a lot around tokens. You want to try to get as many tokens out as humanly possible, and there are a lot of buffs, which will increase the strength of your tokens, as well as a lot of cards that synergize as well with your tokens. So let's go into the details, shall we? I start off with two Avenges. Avenge is amazing because you have two tokens out, one of them dies. Suddenly, you have yourself a 4-3 on the board for like 2 mana. Avenge is just an overall good card. It doesn't trigger if you only have 1 minion out, so it can't be wasted essentially unless it gets flared or stolen by a mystic. It will nearly always trigger, and for 1 mana, in order to give like a 3-2 is absolutely insane. Yes, you have to kill one of your own minions in order to trigger it, but you know, it's not like you sacrifice a unit, you know, you lose a unit that you would have lost otherwise, and as repayment, you get another unit of your choice buffed up to insane degrees. And it doesn't really matter what kind of unit gets buffed up, you know, no matter really what target it hits, it's going to be useful. Then I run a Blessing of Wisdom. This is just a general good card for card draw. Was considering whether I should run 2 or not, but I couldn't afford 2, so I just had 1. Also, one thing you can do with the Blessing of Wisdom is you can essentially cast it on a very powerful enemy minion that you can't get rid of, and essentially give your opponent a very tough choice between not attacking at all or giving you free cards, which I think is quite funny sometimes. Very fun to use this on new beginner or less experienced players, so to say, because they don't always know what to do and they get very confused when you buff their minions. 2 noble sacrifices. I love the paladin secrets. I think they're amazing. This one in general is just extremely good for its costs. It is very annoying, and also it plays a lot of mind games with your opponent, because usually I've seen that I play a noble sacrifice and or a secret, and it prevents the enemy from attacking because they know that they're going to run into this thing. And what's also hilarious is if you combine the noble sacrifice with the Sword of Justice, which buffs it when it gets summoned up to a 2-3. So if they try to lure it out with a 1 attack minion, you can actually see your noble sacrifice guy actually surviving with 1 health left, which is quite hilarious. Then there are 2 equalities. I think that equalities are, well, one of the best cards in the game, one of the best spells in the game, especially when you have a lot of tokens on the board. It synergizes so well with tokens as well as Consecration. Doesn't matter if they play a Ragnaros or a Deathwing or whatever the fuck they decide to play. You play an equality and they all die. It is one of the best removal cards in the entire game, in my opinion. Yes, it affects your own minions as well, but hey, who cares? Tokens. Oh no, my tokens have 1 health. What should I do? Then I run 2 Argent Protectors. I think that these are also up there with best 2-cost minions in the entire game. So amazing to play a minion on turn 1. Not that I actually have any turn 1 minions, but normally. For example, let's say that you you coin out a 2-cost minion at the start of the turn, for example, a shielded Minibot. And the enemy plays a card. You attack with the shielded Minibot, and then you can summon an Argent Protector to give it another shield. Or if it's already lost its shields, you can play the Argent Protector, shield it, and then attack again. It's just a very good 2-cost minion, and it isn't like the end of the world if you play it without utilizing the Battle Cry as well. Of course, 2/2 for 2 is not good, but it's better than nothing. So, you know, it's not a card that necessarily have to be played in order to give a shield. You can also play it you know, plainly. Then the Shielded Minibots, a new minion that the Paladins got in Goblins vs. Gnomes. I think that this one is also up there with best 2-cost minions in the entire game. The fact that it has Divine Shield for 2 mana, and it still has 2/2 is just absolutely insane. It trades so well. It can get rid of a Raptor or another 3/2, and it doesn't even die in the process. It's absolutely amazing. I just love Divine Shield in general. I think it's an amazing thing to have. And it's not really too expensive, so it doesn't really attract a lot of silences and crowd control. And even if it does, then you can give yourself a pat on the back because you just forced your enemy to waste a crowd control spell on a 2-cost minion. Then, of course, we have the Sword of Justice. This just synergizes extremely well with tokens. Not to mention, if you somehow happen to have used 2 durability, you can play this together with Muster for Battle to summon 3 2/2 minions. It's really good. Just in general, this one synergizes extremely well with your tokens. Don't be afraid to attack with it if an enemy minion has 1 health left. I've seen a lot of paladins hold on to this, even though it's clearly valuable to actually attack with it. Yes, it only does 1 damage and it's not really effective, but it has 5 durability. So if you can remove a minion with this, don't hesitate to attack. At least I think that's good in my opinion to do that. But at the end of the day, use this to buff up your minions and make them a lot stronger. It is amazing with tokens. Then you have a Divine Favor, the so-called comeback card of the ages. God, I've lost so many games to a paladin being starved of cards, and I have like 5 or 6, and then he plays a Divine Favor, and boom, he's back into the game immediately. This is such a good card to play when you're behind. It sucks when you're ahead, but when you're ahead anyway, so then you don't really need the boost from Divine Favor. So I really like cards that makes you come back into the game, like comeback cards, so to say. I think that they're very valuable. Because when you need them, they're great, and when you don't need them, well, shouldn't need them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Then, of course, we have 2 times Muster for Battle, one of the new cards Paladins were given in Goblins vs. Gnomes. I don't care particularly much for the Lies Justice. I think that could probably have been taken out of this card, maybe in favor of another token, but, you know, I'm fine with it. It's kind of nice to play it and then whack a 1 health minion in the face to remove it, but the amazing part of this is the 3 tokens you get out of it, which of course you can synchronize with the Quartermaster, or as I said, Sword of Justice. You know, just more tokens on the table. Who can say no to that? Amazing card, really, really cool. Then we have Follow the Rules. Most annoying minions in the game, in my opinion. Every time I hear that goddamn Follow the Rules, I just get angry, even when I use them myself. It's nothing more infuriating than to play a really expensive minion and then suddenly you just hear, follow the rules, and your minion is now essentially a token sweeper. For 3 mana, their stats are actually really good. A 3/3 for 3 is completely justifiable. You know, you can play them, or I normally don't play them without utilizing the battle cry, but you can do it if you're starved for board control. And, you know, they can just essentially just, you know, remove a minion from the game. It's a silence, pretty much. It's a silence that works on cards that can't be silenced, such as a Boulder Fist Ogre, which is amazing. Then, of course, we run Truesilver Champions, also one of the best weapons in the game, in my opinion. At 4 mana, they can... like, a Truesilver Champion can take out almost everything except for a Yeti around the 4 mana curve. The healing is nice. Of course, it means that you expend less health to trade. And everyone knows that, or everyone should know, that weapons is essentially trading your own health for board control. That is how you should view weapons, at least according to Trump, who is a very good Hearthstone player, infinitely much better than I am. So you have to look at your health like a resource, and when you use a weapon, you expend your health as a resource to get board control by killing enemy minions. And unless you're close to lethal, you should always do this. And of course, the Truesilver Champion makes that trade a little bit easier on you. Then we have 2 times Blessing of Kings. These are amazing to use on both token and powerful minions alike. I prefer to use them on tokens because if you cast this Blessing of Kings on an already really strong minion, then you often just bait out a silence or crowd control. Whereas I've noticed that people are a little bit more reluctant to use their crowd control on tokens because, you know, they're tokens. And having a 5/5 token is very powerful. You can use them on a shielded minibot to get a, for example, a 7/7 with, my math fails me, a 6/6 with the Divine Shield, you know, just all kinds of amazing things you can do with this. It's a really strong card. Consecration, Can't play a paladin deck without Consecration, can you? Especially when we have equality. Just an all, like, equality Consecration clears every single board in the game, except for Divine Shield minions. Or if you're playing against a mage with Counterspell, but still, it's amazing. 2 times Haver of Wrath. I just like to think of this as, you know, deal 3 damage for 4 mana, and it doesn't really cost a card, because you get a card out of it, so it's just really good. I like this card a lot. 3 damage is quite nice. Enough to remove most annoying minions, or at least damage them enough for maybe one of your tokens to finish the job. You know, card draw is always nice. Then we have 2 Quartermasters. Also one of the new cards added. Paladin's got so many good cards in Goblins vs. Gnomes. It's amazing. Like, this one combined with Muster for Battle gives you so much board control in one go. And if you somehow happen to have a board full of tokens, this will just do wonders. And what's so nice is that it's a battle cry. It's not an ongoing effect. So the enemy can't silence or take out the Quartermaster. Like, for example, a Stormwind Champion or a Raid Leader. They can't just kill that. Once it's out, they have to silence all of the tokens or use an AoE to get rid of them. You know, it doesn't matter if you take out the Quartermaster. The tokens will still have the buff. Then we run 2 Guardian of Kings. I love these minions. They're powerful. They're late game. They have great stats. They're very expensive, but they're meant to be played in the late game. So combined, I can heal my hero for up to 12 health, which essentially means that if I get to play both of my Guardians, I have a health pool of 42, which means I'm a little bit more resistant towards rushdown decks. I really like this one a lot. Lay on Hands, of course. I actually have more than 42. I have over 50 health combined if I get to play all my cards. Even more if you count the Truesilver Champions. Then this comes closer to like 58 or something like that. Of course, you can't think of it that way, but, you know, just to give you a rough estimate. I love Lay on Hands. It's the ultimate comeback card, similar to Divine Favor. It's just an, oh, I'm out of cards and I'm very low in health. Boom, 8 health, 3 more cards. I'm back in the game. It's really good when you're in a top deck scenario where both you and your opponents are starved for cards and you get a little bit of a breathing room because neither of you have any powerful minions to play. You're both really just spamming your hero power every turn and the game has slowed down to a crawl. You use Lay on Hands and boom, suddenly you have a massive card advantage. It's a really good spell, and I think that every Paladin deck that plans to go into the late game should have at least one. I think having 2 is overkill, just like having 2 mind controls on a priest is a little bit overkill in my opinion. Anyway, that's the Loladin deck. Let us check it in action, shall we? I do believe I talked about it for quite some time now. Yeah, you can see 2 of my new decks that I'm working on, Ice Ice Baby and Rouge Keeper. I'm gonna let you guys figure out what exactly those are for. Rouge Keeper, I don't think a lot of you guys will understand. That's a very internal joke. It's actually named after a rogue that used to play on my server back in Vanilla WoW. He was named Rouge Keeper, spelled like that. For some weird reason, the menu always lags out when I fraps it. And he was very bad. He couldn't even spell his fucking class correctly. You know, that's always a danger sign. Whenever I meet a rogue that can't spell rogue, that's like, seriously, you're a douche. It's like calling your priest Presit. Okay. So we're for a pretty good start, I'd say. I think I'll drop the Aldor Peacekeeper. I'll keep the Muster for Battle. This is overall a pretty good start. I can play Token on turn 2. Could potentially play Muster for Battle on turn 3. I don't really, like, unless my opponent plays a minion on turn 1, I don't think I need to play the Argent Protector. We'll see. Seems like he does have something. Though. He's going to coin out something. Is it going to be a Defias Ringleader? A Kobold Geomancer. Okay. I think I'll just token, and if he trades with it, I could always Muster for Battle next turn and kill it. But he might just go Dagger and kill it. We'll see. If he does, he can't play another minion though, so. The ladder has reset, so we're on rank 20. Thought I'd mention that. I'm rank 21 at the moment. So this means we might run into some players who are not amazing. It also means that we can run into some players who will actually steamroll the shit out of us because they just got reset as well, and maybe they were one of the best guys on the ladder. It's always a very volatile area to play in whenever you're a ladder reset, because you can meet players of all different skill levels, really. I think I play Muster for Battle now. Yeah, definitely.
For justice.
Don't be afraid to hit, even though you don't kill the minion. Rogues rarely have healing in their deck, so this means you can usually pick off the minion later. I can even play another muster for battle if I really want to, but I'd be wasting the Light's Justice then, but maybe that's not such a bad idea. Of course, if he has a Fan of Knives, that's like the ultimate counter to muster for battle. Most rogues do have a tendency to run Fan of Knives, especially in a spell power deck, so. But he wouldn't have gone for the token there if that was the case. Now, I could use one of my tokens to take out the Kobold, but I think I'd rather use the Light's Justice. I have so much health in my deck, and I think it's going to be completely justifiable. He actually shifts a token. Not every day you see that. But hey, it's his... I could also go Argent Protector. Oh. He really is using a lot of cards to get rid of tokens. I gotta say, not the best decision ever. It's a very bad one. Alright, so we can go to the face. And I think another muster for battle, actually. We could do muster for battle and Avenge, that's a very good combo. See if he kills one of those tokens, then he'll buff up one of the others. Which would be quite nice. Unless he plays the Fan of Knives now. And Acidic Swampus, well, it's just the Light's Justice. Who really cares at the end of the day? But that means I can play my Truesilver Champion, which is quite nice. Either that or I could Hammer of Wrath. Wow, he's really spending a lot of cards to get rid of my tokens. I think he's gonna... Yeah, that's not good. And now I have a 4/3 token, which I could Divine Shield up if I really wanted to. And I think that might actually do that.
Not on my watch.
There we go. Play then yet another token. Again, you want to ideally try to play a token every single turn if your mana can afford it. You know, the more tokens you play, the more value you get out of your cards. Because tokens at the end of the day do not cost cards. Yes, I know. Shock horror. Again, this guy is just... He loves his spells. He really does. Has he played anything? Like, he played one Kobold Geomancer, then it's been all spells up from this point. But he is sapping and shivving my tokens. I haven't even played many real minions yet, so he's playing right into my hands. He's doing exactly what you shouldn't do. He's expending removal of my tokens. And once my real minion comes out, he'll have nothing left. A Deadly Poison. Where does he get all these cards from? That's what I'm wondering. Well, he has shivved a lot, I guess. Alright, well, shielded minibots. Play the Silverhand Recruit, maybe? We could always do the truth, but we don't really... Nah, I think I'll just token and play my token. More tokens. A Quartermaster would be pretty good right about now. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is why this deck is called the Loladin. Because it's very lol. Ah, there comes the Fan of Knives, of course. How many cards have he drawn now? 17, as opposed to my 21. Yep. He's probably gonna remove my shielded minibot now. That's okay. I still got minions left, and I got a Truesilver Champion to take out any of his minions. So I feel pretty confident about this. The thing about rogues is that when they go to the face, they have a lot of weapons, but they don't have the armor of warriors. Every time they go for the face, they lose a little bit of their health, and they have difficulties getting it back unless they run like antique heal bots and the like. So whenever a rogue does that, I feel more and more confident. Well, I guess I'll do this. I'm not gonna go for the face with the Truesilver. I'm gonna wait. He might have another ruse though. I don't know. So we'll see. But I also have another Truesilver Champion, so at the end of the day, I don't think it's a really big deal. I'd rather save my Truesilver in case he does play a minion. Like that, for example. Is he gonna buff it up? Yeah, I might equality now, actually. Okay, he's smart, and he goes for my tokens. That is good. We could definitely quality Consecrates. I think that might be a good play. Especially considering he buffed it up. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? More tokens.
Reporting for duty.
Reporting for duty. So he's expended 1 fan of knives, 2 shivs, at least 1 backstab, a deadly poison. Here comes the minions. Should we equality again, maybe? I don't know, we could. We could. Why not? Why not? Token Avenge.
Reporting for duty.
You know what? Let's start to put a little bit of pressure on him. I'm gonna attack him now. Because he's starting to get very low. So let's make him sweat a little bit. We do need a lot of cards now. This is where I need my Lay on Hands or my Divine Favor. So I hope I'm gonna draw either one of those next time. So we'll see. I have a Hammer of Wrath in case he plays a minion. Which might help me get one of those cards. That's the plan. Of course, if I draw Lay on Hands, I won't be able to play it if I use my Hammer of Wrath first. Okay, place an Assassin's Blade. Ooh, that's nasty. That's a really powerful weapon. That's like a Arcanite Reaper on crack. I don't have any way to get rid of weapons in this deck, which is a little bit unfortunate. Oh, he's gonna go for my face. He's gonna have to stab me an awful lot of times. Let's see how well that works out for him. Aha! Well, Divine Favor. What can I say? Not really the card I want right now. He expended a lot of his cards, so... Well, a Quartermaster. Not a bad play, but... I'd need more tokens out before it gets worthwhile. Do we want to? Nah, I think we'll hold on to... We'll hold on to our Truesilver. He's getting very low now. He could kill us with his dagger if we don't stop him. He's very low now. And I could potentially play Quartermaster next turn to buff up my... What is that? Is he going to play Leroy now? Backstab, okay. Oh, thanks for buffing my token. Now, if you don't get rid of that right now, you're going to have a very bad time. A Yeti. Do I have lethal? I think I have lethal. Yep. No, not anymore. I don't, sadly. Okay, so let's follow the rules. Very important to follow the rules.
Reporting for duty.
I think we just have to play the Quartermaster now, don't we?
To arms, men.
And I think this is one of the rare cases where we actually go to the face, because he's about to die a very horrible death. He can't get rid of any of my minions but the Yeti. He can't use the dagger. This is like where the weakness of rogues becomes very apparent. A warrior here might have been able to armor up and perhaps take care of the minion. But rogues, the lower they get, the more useless their weapons become. I'm not saying that rogue weapons are bad by any means, no. But in this situation, this is the reason why I didn't want to go for a rogue with my pirate deck. So you need armor. And it lags. And it lags, and it lags. Is the Hearthstone server down? I think it's down. Alright, I'll just, no. Oh. Right. I'll be back. Alright, we are back after our little disconnect, and it's time to take on a mage. Nitro the mage, actually. Well, this isn't a great start, is it? I think we'll toss all of these cards, see if we can get something better. Well, at least we can begin with an Avenge, so we don't have to waste our turn 1. But of course, Avenge doesn't really give us any board presence or anything like that, but...
Hello.
Avenge into... Hello.
Well met.
Avenge into minion is not bad. If it doesn't kill it with a Fire Blast, we can summon another token, and then possibly on turn 3 we can get a buffed up token.
I can fix
Quartermaster, okay. still gonna play my token. We'll see what else I could play, so might as well. I hate snow chuggers. Snow chugger is one of the most annoying minions Mage got in the new expansion. Really fucking obnoxious, these things. Well, play a token, I suppose. I don't really know what else to play. My hope is that he takes it out with the Snow Chugger and then I can Consecrate on the next turn. If he doesn't just Fire Blast it though, he might very well do that. Snow Chugger, very annoying. It's like a mini Water Elemental, and we all know that Water Elementals are very annoying, especially when you have a weapon and they freeze you. Okay, he's gonna go for... okay, this is great. If he plays a minion now, it's a very good Consecrate. Perfect. Would have been better if this was a 2-health minion, but you can't have everything, can you? So let's just Consecrate immediately. Get rid of these annoying minions. Leave the Harvest Golem at 1 health. Harvest Golem's so good in the new expansion, by the way, considering they were already a kick-ass card, and now they're mechs, so they have synergy in mech decks. And mechs have amazing synergy with each other by default, which means that the Harvest Golem is now even better. Like, this was considered a top pick 3-cost minion before the expansion. Now it's just even better. Alright, let's try to reduce the effectiveness of that a little bit. Play a token. Could have played Argent Protector if we wanted to, but I don't really want to protect an Aldor Peacekeeper. I prefer to play Argent Protector the turn I actually attack, so I know exactly how I can get rid of the shield. If I play it this turn, there's nothing preventing him from just fire blasting the Aldor Peacekeeper and then taking it out. But if I play the Argent Protector, I can attack with the Peacekeeper and remove his pile to Shredder without losing any health. So it's my call, not his call. It happens on my terms, which is why I like the Aldor or the Argent Protector. Let's see what kind of deck this is. There's a lot of wonky new decks going on right now because people are still trying to figure out the meta. And I don't really know all of the cards as good as I should. Come on, cold. Is it a freeze deck? Freeze deck? Could be a freeze deck. Oh, thanks. Is it going to be enough though? That's a very scary Peacekeeper though. Gotta say. Very scary. I think Muster for Battle is definitely a good, valid strategy. Muster for Battle. Another token and potential Quartermaster play next turn. If he is not careful. We could very well have 4 3/3s on the table. So he needs to be... actually, we could even do token Battlemaster, so that will give us an insane board presence. And I could just trade all day long. Of course, he's a mage, so on turn 7 you should always expect a Flame Strike, because almost every single mage in Constructed runs at least 1 Flame Strike in their deck, so when you play against mages, or they can do that, of course. When you play against a mage, you always want to try and trade away your tokens as quickly as possible. Don't hold on to them, because they're gonna die eventually. It's pretty inevitable. Well, you taunt me, Quartermasters, you really do. What can I do? What can I do?
Reporting for duty.
I don't really know what I can do. Guess I'll just... do I really need to get rid of the Paladin Shredder, come to think of it? I do... actually, that was a little bit weird of me. I shouldn't have attacked it. I don't want it to die, because when it dies, it's going to summon a potentially better minion. Oh well. Spider Tank. Spider Tank. Spider Tank. Does whatever a Spider Tank does. I think this is Truesilver Champion time for sure. We don't need to expend the Light's Justice. That's completely fine. We could save ourselves a little bit of health by doing that. You know, just using the Aldor Peacekeeper to give us 3 health. Maybe not, like, using it as an Earthen Ring Farseer, pretty much. Maybe not the best use of an Aldor Peacekeeper, but this deck does seem semi-aggressive, so it's nice to not go too low, I suppose. Could be a Pyroblast lurking around there somewhere. No, come on. This is where you use your Fire Blast, unless you have like a... what? That's a very weird way to do it. I guess he wanted to get rid of his paladin shredder since it was kind of useless. A shadow boxer. That is probably the worst minion he could. I don't think he has a lot of healing in his deck. But it's still a 2-3, I guess. A situation where we want to expend our Truesilver Champion before we play Muster for Battle. I definitely want to play Muster for Battle though. Although I certainly... If I play Muster for Battle now, it would perhaps be best to wait a turn. I could play Token.
Reporting for duty.
I could try to draw out some spells maybe. Because the thing is, like, I want to play Muster for Battle, Token, Quartermaster at the same turn. I do, like, at least that would make me immune to another Blizzard. Of course, yeah, if he has a Flame Strike, he shuts down everything. But still, maybe I could draw some spells out with these two cards, and then I could do my Muster for Battle, Token, Quartermaster combo next turn. And if he's not careful, another Quartermaster on top of that, which will give me a bunch of 5/5 tokens, if he's not good at taking them out. Which could potentially be very devastating for him. Well, Loladin. Is he seriously using a spell on my token? What? Are you fucking... What?
Well played.
What? Did he just polymorph a token? If I lose this game, I'm gonna have to uninstall Hearthstone, I think. That's probably one of the worst plays I've ever seen. You have a spell that does 1 damage for 2 mana. It is designed for pinging Divine Shields. Good job. Yes, that was clearly the best thing you could have... What? Wow, that was the play of the decade right there. Holy crap. Well, I hope you like tokens.
This is my response for justice.
Next turn, we could potentially have lethal. 5, 10... Yeah. Next turn we could actually have lethal. If he doesn't kill a single minion this turn. That'd be fun. Lethal with tokens. That's an embarrassment. But yeah, we are rank 20. You run into some pretty weird players up in this level. Do keep that in mind. It's not really gonna help you. If he plays a Flame Strike now, I'm gonna laugh. Alright, Suit Spear. Ice Lance. You can't kill the Quartermaster, it doesn't help. You know, it doesn't work. But okay. Wow, Sword of Justice. Play a token and another Quartermaster. Boom. These guys are actually immune to Flame Strike, at least 4 of them are. So even if he does play a Flame Strike now, I'm still gonna be left with 4 tokens. This is the entire beauty of the deck. So what is he gonna do? I actually have lethal on him now. So he'll need to do something if he doesn't want to die. Yeah, what to do? What to do? The Muster for Battle Quartermaster combo is sickening. It's almost Unleash the Hound Starving Buzzard before it got nerfed all over again.
Well played.
Thank you. Why am I saying thank you when I can say thank you?
Thank you.
Okay, I thought that was a Flame Strike. I was like, oh my god, he's been holding on to that. Oh, Fireballs. Yeah, he was... This is sort of those weird, wonky mage decks that tries to kill you with spells. It very rarely works. Sometimes it does, but... Huh, what a useless spells.
The battle! The battle! The battle!
Alright.
Reporting for duty.
Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Boom, boom, boom. And I think he's dead. Do, 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 do. Burp. Ba da da da. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Hello, hello, hello. That's not really gonna help you. So Why bother making it overcomplicated? Yeah. Again, not the best player EU. We are shield bearer rank. So don't be fooled, we are not facing spectacular competition this very night. But still, as I said, the entire point of these constructed series is just to show up some funny decks. Probably some other people have figured this out before me, you never know. Sure, there's plenty of other YouTubers who have made pirate decks and the like, but hey, I enjoy playing Hearthstone, I enjoy creating decks. I see no reason why I shouldn't be making some Hearthstone videos. And it does fit the genre of the channel, which is strategy games. Hearthstone is as much a strategy game as it can get, I suppose. Alright, I'll keep the Noble Sacrifice, you know, since it's a turn 1 play. That's a very nice curve, actually. Noble Sacrifice, token, Argent Protector, turn 3. Yeah, this is not bad at all. I don't mind playing a Secret on turn 1. No matter what this thing triggers, it's usually going to be very good in the early game. It can take down a 3-2, it can take down a 2-2, take down a 1-2. You know, it usually is pretty nice. The only places where I really seen it backfire is if it used on a Northshire Cleric, deals 2 damage, and he just heals it up, gets a card out of it. That's not very nice when that happens. But again, having this hero power, I don't understand why so many people in the Hearthstone community shit on Reinforce. They call it the worst hero power in the game, at least on Reddit. Although, you know, everyone who's a little bit experienced with Reddit knows it's not always the brightest community. There's a lot of shitheads there that doesn't really know shit, but there are some good players there too. And I have heard that tokens have a tendency to not be very good, but I think perhaps they're talking more in terms of in the competitive play, and you know, I'm pretty far away from competitive play. I'm as much of a casual scrub as you can get. You can't really say that, oh, it's the weakest class in the game, because really, we're not really playing at that level, are we? It's one of the reasons why I enjoy Priests so much. Priests also supposed to be one of the worst classes in competitive play right now. Do I care? No, because I'm not a competitive player. Well, he's not doing a whole lot, is he? I could play a Blessing of Wisdom, but not on a token. Seems a tad excessive. Oh, might as well get a Divine Shield out if he's just gonna let me build up his board control. It could be one of those priests who does nothing until turn 5 and then they just Holy Nova. That is pretty common on the ladder. You know, they just let you summon a bunch of minions and they use Holy Nova to get a card advantage. But the thing is, I haven't really spent a lot of cards, have I? Stampeding Kodo. Don't kill my taunt. Or my Divine Shield, I mean. Ah, that's good. We have a Noble Sacrifice already. Is it worth Peacekeeper it? Maybe? Yeah, sure, why not? Follow the rules. You can just heal it, so there's really no point in chipping it down. But he has a nice token sweeper though, which is not nice, but still. I just wanted to get a tree out. I can kill that Kodo next turn, but I didn't want to do damage to it now because it just gives him an incentive to heal it. But I'm expecting a whole Holy Nova right now. Ah, right, we have a get down. Get down! Get down! Do we get Holy Nova? Is it Holy Nova? Come on, just play it already. Don't taunt me. I hate it when people do this. Then they go, I'm sorry, and then they Holy Nova. Okay, thought still. Okay, I could potentially get some very nasty cards out of that. Heals this Kodo up, which is fine. Let's see. We could potentially do a Blessing of Wisdom. Get some extra cards out of that. That's not too bad.
This is my responsibility.
Could play Shielded Minibot, token, Noble Sacrifice. Again, we have a really strong board, though I'm really just waiting for Holy Nova to come around anytime now. Where is his? Okay, that's a smart play by him, taking out my minion with Blessing of Wisdom, but Yeah, unless he develops a board, he's gonna be in big trouble if my Quartermaster rolls along. Ha! Light of the Naru. I don't like that card, I really don't. If it was summon a Light Warden and then heal, at least the Light Warden would be buffed up first. I think it should have summoned the Light Warden prior to the heal. It would be it would synergize a lot better, but I suppose maybe that would be a little bit overpowered. I don't know. Alright, just gonna trade health for board control and keep developing the board. Still only chipping him down, but the moment a Quartermaster arrives on the scene, he is dead. He is going to be so dead. And he's taking quite a bit of damage. I mean, tokens do start hitting hard when they're massed up. Like Zerglings in a Zerg army. When there's too many of them, they kind of overwhelm you. And I can trade very effectively now. Okay, that is a good play, I suppose. But still not good enough. I think perhaps I should trade away some minions now? I don't know. Could actually do equality if I really wanted to. Maybe I should? Yeah. Why not? Hell, I don't even need to give up a single minion. Thanks to Divine Shield. Who cares about low FF? I still cast my spells. My spells are so cheap anyway, it doesn't matter if they cost 5 more. I can still cast them. It's not like I had a lot of other things to play this turn anyway. But if I do get a Quartermaster, I'm gonna have to kill off one of my own minions with a hammer or something stupid like that. Because I can't play it now. Come on, where's your Holy Nova? I'm waiting for it. Oh no, don't take away one of my minions. Cabal Shadow Priest is a really good minion in certain situations, but in this situation it's really bad. That is also very expensive use of mana right here, especially considering I've nearly got him killed. We don't need more tokens. We have way too many tokens already. Can we just kill him now? I think we're getting pretty close.
I don't have enough mana. To battle!
We got lethal next turn.
Weapons ready.
No, wait, we got lethal this turn. Bang's math is amazing, I know. Well, death by tokens. Whee! Alright, I think we'll do one more game. Then we'll end the series. I should play every single Hearthstone constructed at this rank. It makes me appear a lot better than I actually am. You saw how badly I got kicked around on rank 15. It truly is a big difference in skill. You never know. Occasionally you do run into the pro at this rank just fighting his way down the ladder and you get absolutely steamrolled. This could very well be one of those guys because he has a shiny Warlock, which means that he has won over 500 games. Ouch. This is probably the part where I get my ass horribly handed to me. There are a lot of handlocks these days, especially, you know, is that what you call the warlocks who summon a lot of giants? Handlocks? I think so. I hate those guys. Sea giants, mountain giants, molten giants, and then, of course, Aldor a defender of Argus right on top of that. Well, that is a token killer. Of course, if he attacks it, he's gonna run into a noble sacrifice, and then I can kill it off next turn. Not an ideal play, but it's a card for a card, I suppose. Plus a hero power. Get down!
Get down!
But damn, the golden hero icons are so sexy. If you have a golden paladin icon, you summon golden tokens, which I think is really cool. Same with shamans, you summon golden totems, which are really sexy. Ooh, muster for battle, yes please.
For justice.
Give me all those tokens. It's so cheap. It's so cheap and it grants you amazing board control. 3 mana is nothing. Absolutely nothing. And unless he has like a Hellfire or something, which I don't see a lot of warlocks running these days. Mortal Coil is of course a thing. Warlocks love the tokens for their mortal... He has another one. Well, it's both his Mortal Coils gone though, even though he got maximum value out of them. But hey, I can...
For justice.
Summon all the tokens. Now please, 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 please give me a Quartermaster. on turn 5. I would be so fucking epic. Okay, is this the Hellfire? Are you gonna Hellfire? Come on, what are you gonna do? Fieldmaster. I could follow the rules on that guy if I wanted to. It wouldn't help me much though. But yeah, I think I don't like foregoing my Light's Justice, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Justice. The battle. The battle. The battle.
Could use my Blessing of Wisdom, but I really don't want to because I don't know. So easily countered. I want to get a little bit more value out of it. If he does summon one of those annoying giants of his, then I could cast Blessing of Giants, Blessing of Wisdom on that. Yeah, there it is. But follow the rules. Doesn't matter. Follow the rules. And then we cast Blessing of Wisdom on it. So that's basically just a useless giant right now. Have fun.
Reporting for duty.
We'll keep the Truesilver Champion. So if he wants to clean token with that giant, he'll need to pay a card. Or he'll need to give me a card for every token he sweeps with that. So have fun with that. And what's so great about the Aldor Peacekeeper is that you can't silence away the debuff. It physically reduces, like it changes the card. You can't reverse it. But I have another Peacekeeper. And here comes the Defender of Argus. I just know it. Hellfire. Okay, that's bad, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter all that much. Because follow the rules. He didn't follow the rules. Bad things happen when you don't follow the rules. I think I want to hold on to this in case there's something more. Like, if he doesn't play anything else, then I am gonna just hit it and trade it away. But okay. Annoying warlocks. But I do have a lay of hands, as I called it. Guardian of Ancient Kings, probably a good play right now. Yeah, why not? I don't want to kill this because it gives me cards. 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I could get rid of the Twilight Drake. Yeah, might as well. Gotta get rid of it somehow. Don't like trading a weapon, a card, and a token for it, but it has to go. But he probably has a lot more giants. It's a hand lock, so we're not done with the giants just yet. And I don't really have a lot of answers for them, so I gotta kill him before he gets more giants out on the field. Sense Demons. Probably, knowing him, this is your traditional handlock deck, then he probably has a Doomguard or two. But I'm not really low on health, so it's not really a huge issue. Voidwalker, that's easily taken care of by the Guardian. He's running very low. Tapping is starting to become very dangerous for him. Worthless imp. Why do you run Sense Demons in a deck with so few demons? It's a little bit weird to me. I could Equality Consecration now. Actually, I think that's a very good idea. Maybe not. You know what? I don't think so. I think I'd rather use a lay on hands to get myself 3 cards. So I could find something to... Like, if he plays a lot of giants... Oh, nice. Noble Sacrifice. If he plays, like, a giant now, a Molten Giant, maybe 2 Molten Giants, he could literally play them for free now. I could Equality Consecration, and it wins me the game. So I'll just hold on to these 2 cards in case he does that. I think I got this game in the bag. He's very low. Get down! It's nice of him, though, using the imp to trigger that. Pretty smart. But, again, it baffles me as to why he would run Sense Demons in a deck with so few demons. Like 2 Voidwalkers, that's it. And you have Sense Demons for what? To get 2 Voidwalkers? Seems like an awful waste of Sense Demon. Thank you for the card, by the way. I think you forgot about that, huh? Or he just wants to summon something else. Hellfire, okay. You know, I think I can kill him now. Almost. Doomsayer, okay. That's fine, I can not summon something. Yeah, I'm completely fine with that. Could summon a token just for lol.
Reporting for duty.
I knew it! Boo-doo-boo. So if he wants to tap now, he's tapping into dangerous territory. But come on, please tap. Please play your giants. I got the perfect answer for them. Lined up. There you go. Oh, you're gonna play Defender of Argus now? Oh, there he comes. Oh, he's gonna be so mad. Let's do the I'm sorry. Just so he knows.
Sorry.
He knows what's coming. I am so sure. And play the Sword of Justice, I guess? At this point, I don't really know what else he can do. I mean, a Hammer of Wrath and maybe a Consecrate, and he will be dead. Ow. Clockwork Giant. Interesting. I have another equality though, so bring it on. Shall we annoy him a little bit more?
I am sorry. For justice.
Is he gonna rage quit now? Oh my god, this is... Oh, this almost makes me feel bad. Almost. God, equality is sickening. Absolutely sickening. Turns out this deck is a lot better against handlock than I thought, but... I'm expecting Jaraxxus now, by the way. That would actually be quite nasty if he played Lord Jaraxxus now, because I don't think I'd have much response to his Infernals, and... We'll see. Shadow Bolts, here it comes. Is this a Doomguard? I'm not quite low enough for that to be dangerous, and he just wasted his 2 remaining giants. Yeah, he's dead.
Well played. A battle.
That was a fun match. Toyed a little bit with him at the end there. So yeah, life is easy when you're playing on rank 19 and 20, apparently. So that was the Loladin deck. Don't think this deck is any good, by the way. I just happen to face very poor players. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this deck. We'll be back with more decks later. Not sure if we're going to do the Rouge Keeper one on the Ice Baby. I think both of these decks need a lot more work before they're viable. I also have some other ideas. We'll see. Please give this video a thumbs up and a comment if you enjoyed it and want to see more Hearthstone. And I'll be sure to provide you with more Hearthstone. As always, my name is Mangs, and I'll see you guys next time.